Alright, the last one I went into, I couldn't play music, so let's listen to him this time, hopefully. How you doing?
Hi, good.
I wasn't able to listen to him last time,
Go
but
on in and listen.
yeah. Dominique.
No, I'm gonna just take a photograph of it.
Welcome back.
Playing some.
Film.
Yep. So she's become popular at the show, Dominique.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Well, the first time I ever heard her was actually at a show.
Yeah,
years
she
ago,
kind of
and
just
now it's
spread like
taken
wildfire,
off.
yeah.
I wonder if she's aware of it.
I know, exactly.
Well, she's recorded and mastered really well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
Bye, guys. All the best.
Thank you.
What's the basic rundown on the driver complement here? What are we
I'd
doing?
love to talk about it.
Yeah.
So there are two speakers actually that are here. The one that you see over there that isn't playing right now is a point source full range loudspeaker. The center of both of these loudspeakers is a 10-inch field coil driver
Okay.
that I make myself. The entire thing is handmade. The cones that surrounds every last bit of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I also make the cabinetry, all the metal work. It's just a labor of love, each one of them.
Oh, you do the cabinetry too?
Yes, sir.
So it's an MDF or what do you?
No,
No?
this is
This can't be.
kiln dried solid hardwood.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting.
Thank you. So what you're looking at right now is a waterfall figured African rosewood. This
Oh,
is also
wow.
African rosewood over here in the corner.
Oh.
Again, 100% hardwood. It's all Cardis there in the connections, Cardis wiring.
So you've got an active component?
This is just actually allowing, so as far as the I call it a 1.5 way design, or I guess most people would.
Uh-huh.
The field coil is just being allowed to run wide open. It has no crossover on it whatsoever.
Interesting.
It's just allowing for baffle step compensation, of course, for just natural diffraction from the cabinet itself. It has a low pass. Right now it's at 225 hertz. This is an Acoustic Elegance LO15 15-inch woofer.
Okay.
It's just allowed to blend in with the field coil.
Interesting.
It's not active. It's all is.
And this is running passive, although it can be violent.
So the XLR inputs in here. What
Yeah, so what those are, have you heard of field coil in the past?
I've heard of it, but I don't see it very often.
Yeah, so what the big difference is with a field coil and a permanent magnet is that area in the back is actually a large electromagnet.
Uh-huh.
And the difference of that between a permanent magnet and an electromagnet is the magnetic permeability. The nature of the magnetic field is actually quite different. So for a permanent magnet, for a ferrite magnet, for example, if you were to measure its permeability, it's usually about 1.1, pretty low. For a rare earth magnet, like a neodymium magnet, it can measure as high as 40 or 50.
Mm-hmm.
And what that translates to is the stiffness of the magnetic field. So you can imagine that as it's trying to move the moving mass of the driver, it's like a trampoline, and with that low value, it shoots too far past where it should, resulting in distortion.
Gotcha.
As it tries to bring it to a resting state, it shoots too far, creating distortion. And these, or in an electromagnet, if they were measured, would measure north of 3,000. So the accuracy in the electromagnet is vastly higher than what a permanent magnet can achieve.
It's like a quasi servo ability to stop the driver better.
It just has a different kind of it functions on electron charge rather than electron spin, which is kind of a fundamentally different kind of magnetism. So it just has enormous control and self-damping over the moving mass of the driver.
And so it has to be plugged in via the.
That's right. Yep. So there's no magnetism, of course, when the power is off, and then when you turn the power on, the electromagnet fires.
Okay.
Fires up, and that creates.
So you're just using what looks like a XLR connector to do the power.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's what confused me.
It's unusual.
But it stays locked in, so yeah, it's probably better.
It is, absolutely it is.
And amplification wise.
That is the right channel. That's a mono block.
Right.
Left channel, obviously, companions on either side. That's our 8.4 watt monos by us. We've been doing this about 12 years.
Okay.
Amplifiers, and It's fully DC coupled, there's no capacitors in the signal path on this design.
Okay.
That's pretty rare in the industry, in fact, we're the only ones doing it. The center amplifier, that's there are no preamps in the system.
Okay.
It's an integrated two,
Okay.
and that's our newest addition to our family. That's a hybrid DC coupled, again, no capacitors, and 60 watts per channel.
So it's a hybrid, you said?
It's a hybrid.
Yeah, I was about to say with 60 watts with that too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay.
the output's a quasi-complementary
Okay.
design, and input's all Class A, and it's all regulated.
And what is this down
That's
here?
the digital converter, the silver plate. That's an MSB brand, DAC.
Okay.
They retired that years ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while, yeah.
The lineup. but
Okay.
It's my 7-year now favorite DAC of ever.
Okay. All right.
And that's just a power supply below it that we built for it.
Interesting. So right now we have this one hooked up.
Yes, we're doing the hybrid this afternoon. We've been rotating amps out throughout the weekend, different speaker combos, different amps, so everybody could get an experience.
It's very attractive.
Thank you.
Not much heat.
Nope, that's as warm as it runs.
Really. Okay. So I guess.
The unique feature we have is those black transformers on the right-hand side.
Oh, yeah.
Left-hand side. That's the remote output transformers for the monoblocks.
For these, okay.
Those, that allows us to get that transformer
Away.
away from all the magnetic activity of the power supply, the transformer, input transformer. And so it lowers our noise floor substantially. We're about 120 dB down.
So being DC coupled, do you have any protection circuitry for?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's out of the audio path, but there is protection circuitry. So
Okay.
you cannot-
Nobody's blown a driver then.
You can't, yeah.
Yeah, it's protected. Okay.
The only failure we've had pretty much in all the years we've been doing these is recent batch of power transformers. The manufacturer has, after COVID, has kind of slipped.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody
So-
seems to have that. Yeah.
The transformer primary windings have opened up a couple times,
Okay.
and I've got that resolved.
Okay.
Of course, obviously getting more transformers, but they're taking care of me.
Okay.
And-
You outsource that overseas or?
No, they're made here in the U.S.
Oh, in the US,
Yeah,
okay.
the amplifiers are made right here in Wilsonville, Oregon.
Oh, okay. Great.
And Ken's out of Portland. We've been collaborating for a number of years, and
Nice.
we got, I think, a nice synergy for everyone.
I think you got the only field coil driver here. So yeah.
Only crazy people.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
It's a complex process.
Plus you have to plug them in. You know. It's, you know.
Very labor intensive. It's 1,500 lines of copper inside that.
Oh. All right. What are we gonna play? Are
We're
you
going to
taking?
start out with Fanfare for the Common Man.
Okay.
Is that volume good for everybody?